Collective, hello gorgeous, Melissa here to do a timeless love reading for you. Anything you need to know about me, guys, you can find in the About section of my channel or in the description box below, as well as where to leave donations and book personal readings. Those of you that are new to this channel, do consider subscribing if the reading resonates for you and hitting that thumb. And those of you who are have already subscribed or already whatever, whoever's back for more, I don't know what I'm trying to say, you guys. Welcome back. I love you so much. Let's get after your love life. I feel it's ready, ripened. I feel like you might be feeling yourself a little bit, feeling a little sing, a little single. So you got the Nine of Pentacles. They have the Page of Wands, the person you have in mind, and then we do have the Nine of Wands as the potential outcome. The Knight of Pentacles, interesting stuff. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Tower card, and the Two of Cups. I feel like there was a little bit of a falling out with the love of your life, but we're going to get more. I do feel like this could have been something that's been around a while with the Knight of Pentacles as the overarching energy, the overall feel of the connection, or it could just actually be signifying that you guys have both been single to do, you know, the things that that will allow you to be a good partner when the right person does come along. Meaning working on yourself, following your heart, following your soul. Let's get more though. The Nine of Pentacles in your energy, and we have the Moon card, the Nine of Cups. Wow, wow, and the three nines, and we saw the Nine of Wands in there as well. Oh my God, I just saw this picture of you trying to follow your heart instead of your head, and I literally saw the Five of Swords and the King of Swords, and it was like, it just said to me, you know, I don't know that this would be what it would be if you learned how to read tarot, but it said to me that you have been fighting your logical mind, okay? Trying to fight your logical mind about a situation, and again, that I feel like you can't really see the outcome of, and I feel like you've always, whoever I'm reading for, have been able to kind of like see the outcomes, or you know, you go for things that have a practical outcome that you know you can attain. It's not something like, oh, that, you know, that's only if I get lucky will that happen, or, you know, I feel like you're trying to have faith in your intuition, and you're feeling called to something, to things. Maybe, you know, I don't know that I'm talking about your relationship at this time, but I feel like you've been battling your logic at this time. That's what I'm getting right now, and I do feel like it's saying to follow your intuition. You don't get to see the outcome, but I do feel like you're feeling almost like maybe you're starting to see some of the benefits of the you know, the things that maybe didn't have a practical outcome. But I don't feel like it's been easy for you, and I don't feel like it's been short-lived either. I feel like you have been, you know, kind of diligently going after something, maybe several things, I almost feel like you've been trying many different things to, almost like we're kind of given the things in this lifetime that we should enjoy, or that we should do, or that we, you know, this makes us, this means we have status quo or whatever. But I feel like you've been diligently following your intuition recently, many different ways, like trying this, trying that. I feel like I'm watching you just keep trying. Well, that didn't work, let me try this. Well, that didn't work, and I do feel like there's almost this energy of feeling like maybe you were wrong. Like maybe, you know, maybe you can't attain the things that you feel called to attain. I almost feel like some of you are going, you said we could attain anything. And you can, okay? You can attain anything that, you know, any desire that's been seated inside of you, it's because you can attain that goal, okay? Now, you know, a desire from the soul. Now, if you've watched somebody else kind of succeed or excel at something, and you wanted what they had, that's not actually your soul talking to you, okay? That is the ego, and it is like, well, I see what, you know, the benefits they're reaping from this, and so it does get confusing sometimes. What is from my soul? Well, it will have nothing to do with what anybody else thinks of you, and it will usually never have anything to do with anything material, okay? So if what truly feeds your soul doesn't pay as well as what, okay, so if somebody is going after something that they saw somebody else excelling at, and because it pays well, they're rich, they're famous, they're getting all this attention. It's like, baby, but just because you adore that, or just because you're looking at that and that is kind of making you feel called to it, right? That doesn't actually mean you're called, that's what you're calling. That's not how we find our calling. It's going to be something that you've always had, maybe even suppressed or stuffed down, like, especially when it's not something that maybe is going to be lucrative. Or even sometimes we have a calling, and this came up in the other collective reading that I don't know if I'm going to post yet, but sometimes we have a calling that doesn't align with what everybody else believes. So that's kind of scary as well. But either way, I do feel like you've been diligently putting in work on kind of trying to follow your idea of what your big dreams are, okay? But they're asking you to check in with your intentions behind the things that you are going for. If it's failing, you might not be waiting long enough for it to succeed. But if it's failing, it might just not have been for you. You might have been going after something because you saw the results somebody else was getting from that very thing. And that is, it's really hard to check our intentions in that way, okay? Wow, but back to your love life, because that was all nothing to do with this love life, I don't think. But they are saying, keep going, but try to really check your intentions, meditate on it, whatever it is. Get to the heart of what maybe you even stopped going for or decided never to go for long ago. You always kind of knew was what you aligned with. And then let's just say, oh God, this is such a weird analogy, but it's like you were just about to, you saw somebody doing really well in media, okay? In the newspaper. You were going to start a newspaper. And then the internet fucking happened and you were like, fuck. Like, what the hell, man? It's saying, like, the intention behind that was watching other people. If you're not passionate about news and press and printing newspapers, there's been things in your life that you have gone after and it hasn't come through for you or come in for you because it was for the wrong reason. And I feel like I lost the message on that one. Sorry about that. We have in your person's energy, so again, you have the moon, the 9 of wands. I feel like it's saying this has been around, you're trying to follow your intuition, this particular connection. And I do feel like it is because it wasn't ripe, okay? I feel like they maybe even rejected you. This isn't for everybody, but that part is, it's not a rejection, by the way, what this person, whoever this is, I have the 4 of Cups in their energy. It wouldn't be a rejection. It would have been like they knew that it wasn't time or they maybe didn't consciously know that either. But the divine won't allow a connection to come in that is meant for our evolved state. It won't allow that connection to come in our less than evolved state. It does allow us to meet that person a lot of the time. And sometimes, I guess, I'm not going to say it never, sometimes we do have a karmic connection with somebody and then it becomes, then we take space and then we come back together. But this feels like a connection that I almost feel like it just never actually came in. So I feel like you feel rejected by them, but I think they knew they had to, with the Knight of Wands here, they had to follow their passions. They had to go find what aligned with them perfectly with the Gemini, the Lover's card here. And again, they have the Page of Wands as their original energy, and I do feel like this is about somebody who's very passionate. And they've just been like, they're so inspired. It's like, I feel like they're doing the same shit, okay? They've tried everything. They're going like, well, what does fulfill my soul? And again, there's this process of like balancing your head and your heart and going, okay, we all understand that people want to go for the thing that makes them enough money to live, right? But this new age, we're done with doing things we hate to have things we think we love or things that everybody else thinks they'd love us for. We are in a time where we're realizing that we weren't built to hate our lives, okay? We were not built for that. And I'm not, there is going to be hard work that goes into following your dreams. Of course, you already know that. But even when you do land on the right thing, that isn't going to come in tomorrow. That's going to take some hard work. But what's wonderful about when you go after something that is for you and truly feeds your soul is that the hard work, it's still there. You have to work hard, but it's like, you love it. You love doing this. You love working hard towards whatever this is, okay? And again, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Gemini, a Pisces, or a Virgo. You could be any of those signs as well. But I do feel like this is saying that after some, I felt like they, it's not necessarily rejected you. Could have been a rejection, but most of it is, now it is feeling like, shit, somebody, am I recording? It is feeling a little crazy here, guys. I'm gonna see what else. So we got the 9 of Wands, the Hierophant, the 10 of Swords, and the Tower card in their in the outcome here. So I'm almost thinking this is something from your past, most of you, or that, another story, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to do this story really quickly because I do feel like that there was a relationship. Remember how I was talking about going after things that aren't for us because we kind of saw the results of other people going after that? I do feel like some of you, either they or you, could have been in a marriage that was like that we went after because of all the things on the surface that made it kind of like, well, it was good on paper, and it was kind of everything on your checklist, which our checklist usually comes from the ego. And so I don't think that's necessarily the person that I'm seeing here, although it could be. You could be leaving a long time marriage, some of you, right? But regardless of what your particular situation is, it's saying here that there is, some divine guidance. You're being divinely guided toward and away from everything this isn't by chance. This isn't, this is all orchestrated for your benefit, okay? For the betterment of your life in this lifetime. And I'm just saying, like, I know that everybody loves the idea of free will, but I'm not really, I'm not a big believer in that. I don't believe things that nobody can prove, okay? And so I always keep my mind open to the fact that there might be this might be different than what we've been taught it to be. So my idea is that it's possible, and I'm not saying that this is it, because I don't know. We can't be for sure. Nothing even that downloads through us psychically is a for sure thing. I always like to know that, I tell people, I'm saying this because it's coming through me, and I believe in what comes through me, and I believe in my gifts, but I'm not sure. I just like the idea of opening everybody's mind up to the idea that what we thought we were sure of might not be true either, okay? So I'm getting I just feel like I need to explain that I think that sometimes everything is divinely orchestrated. We think we have choice, are we going to go the right way, the wrong way? You're going to go the way that you need to go to get to the next level, okay, period. It doesn't matter if it feels bad or if it's like you're a dark spot in your life. And I'm sorry if that is happening, but what I do in my dark spot is go, well, I must have needed this for whatever reason, and I always come out with a new vision of the entire world, new insights, new strengths, new confidence even, from having navigated my way through the darkness again, okay? So, and I do feel like some of you have gone through a dark period with the moon here, and the Nine of Wands. Those are, together, it's a pretty strong, painful, long, dusty road, okay? Where you didn't have anything telling you, yep, over here, except for your intuition, divine guidance. And I'm going to guess you even probably had to fight a lot of other people's ideas of what you should be doing with your life. I think you did successfully live the practical life, but I do feel like that has stopped fulfilling you. And I do feel like you're following your intuition when the moon into the Nine of Cups, following your intuition towards things that are actually fulfilling emotionally for you, instead of the things that you know are going to pay the most. And if this is some of you are walking away from a marriage or a very strong connection, this twin flame, some people say twin flames. When the twin flame thing is up in the air for me, I don't like to believe everything I hear, but I do know, because I've experienced it, that there are these very strong pulls that are, we're unable to resist towards people, places, and things, where we are meant to learn a lesson, and really be able to move on in our lives. And I feel like this is saying, like, this entire situation, whatever this is about a spiritual lesson. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody that's been around in your life, maybe on and off for your entire life or your entire adult life, it's painful. It's like you feel so connected to them, and you have gone and done the work, and you have tried to, follow your spirit, follow your soul. And I feel like it's saying that now, I almost feel like it's saying you have passed, like you have resisted, even though you're whatever it is, you've been able to walk away from the connection and do the things that will grow you, heal you, and get you to a space of really fulfilling yourself and following your own calls. I feel like for some of you, again, this is a marriage that you even can look back on and go, you know what? I did have ulterior motives other than there's just a connection here. There was, well, it'll be easier to pay bills. It'll be, they are physically attractive only. But I do feel like there was points where you were like, you know what, is this love? Because it feels a little empty to me. I don't know. I feel like it started out one way and it ended another. But I do feel like it's just saying it doesn't matter how we don't get to see how it starts and ends really. No matter how accurate tarot card readings can be, mine are not meant to predict your future anyways. They're literally just trying to help you through, and by help you through, I mean just understanding that you're always where you're supposed to be. That helps me through. It doesn't help me get to the next level, but it helps me, it helps me accept and live within this level more comfortably, okay? Council of Light, divine orchestration, wow, right? I said that so many times through this reading. But helpers in subtle realms. So you are being guided. You are not mistaken about the things that are actually for you. And I feel like, again, a lot of you are, I feel like whatever this was an awakening, it caused an awakening in your life. It could have been somebody you work with, by the way, and it could be, you might have family with them, but I do feel like it's just your destiny, baby. That's it. That's all. Like the advice that's coming through is that this is the way it's supposed to be. It does hurt, and when we're in our dark spots, it's like just recognizing that not every day is an up day, and but we will get to another up day. You know, even knowing that we're stuck in this darkness. What I like to do, and I haven't talked about this for a while because people got real sick of it, but I just get real dark with it. Like I just cry, I lay in bed and blah, and whatever, drink, and I'm not a drinker, like whatever it is that I need to do to get me through that moment. It's like, people are going to judge you for sure if you do things that aren't, what most people accept to be, well, you should just try harder. You should just, I'm just trying to think of some of the things that I see in some of like the influencers. You need to be more, you need to be more organized, you need to get up and do this, you need to start your day like this, and this is like all these things that work for them. And then there's people that are just like, I can't. Like that's not what I don't feel called to do that, I'm not gonna do that. And of course, one would judge the other for not being ambitious enough or not trying hard enough, and the truth is, you're on your path, they're on theirs, and nobody really gets to choose which is which, or, I like to say too, I like to keep the hope in my heart that one day things will get smooth and easy, but just trying to enjoy where I'm at right now as much as I can, or embrace it at least if I'm in a dark period, embracing the darkness and really trying to get to the bottom of that darkness, like what's down there, what have I forgotten, what have I done, what have I almost like, what have I suppressed, what is still hiding in there that's lurking and so dark. And it is like this connection was to kind of bring all of that to the surface for you so that you could have, again, when we go through that kind of darkness, not everybody's going to make it to the light in this lifetime. I will say that. But I have to say, if you are here watching a tarot card reading, that I feel you're called to the divine because you're being called to things that are from your spirit and that you do have light ahead. Oh my God, for those of you, I'm sorry. I love you so much. So I love you so much. My doorbell's ringing and I'm going to go get that. And I will see you guys very soon. Mwah.